Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is the 26th of May. It is Memorial Day here in the great U.S. of A., where we remember our fallen soldiers. Today is the moon is in Gemini, and later tonight at 11:02 p.m. here on the east coast of the U.S., 10 in Central, 9 Mountain, etc., we have a new moon in the sign of Gemini, and this new moon also has Mercury in Gemini. So we have the sun, the moon, and Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, all in Gemini. There's also in this chart a big grouping of Aries planets, as now we have Saturn in Aries and Neptune in Aries, and what else is in Aries? Chiron and Eris, which are actually conjunct today in Aries. We have the actual conjunction. Now, I talked about this conjunction like a week ago because I was convinced that this was happening a week ago. But, with these aspects, especially with these very slow-moving planets, this Chiron Eris conjunction has been in orb for at least, I would say, 6 months, probably maybe longer, but it is exact today, and we have two more exact conjunctions of that aspect that's going to happen, one in the fall and one at the beginning of next year. But it's definitely something that's happening all year. So Gemini is the planet of Gemini is the sign of communication and information. There's a deep curiosity to Gemini. It's sort of a researching kind of energy, not in the same way as, say, Scorpio researches. Scorpio wants to get right to the bottom of things, whereas Gemini is okay with just skimming the surface. I often associate Gemini with a butterfly, which goes from flower to flower, sucking up the sweetness of life. And so, although here in America, I think we've about had it with Gemini, although, not just because, no other reason, but that the 45, 47 is a Gemini. And so sometimes it's hard to remember the true nature of Gemini. And the true nature of Gemini is to feast on the sweetness of life, to find out, to go, to explore, and we have to remember it's also about communication, so it's important that we communicate clearly. Now today, a little bit later today, Ona and I will be doing moon shadows on this channel, the new moon in Gemini, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. That should be fun. We'll look at the chart, so you don't have to imagine it in your head as I talk about it. So it's a little chilly here this morning. I had the strangest thing happen to me yesterday. I slept pretty much the whole day. I think I've done that since I had COVID. But we had a graduation to go to. It was lovely. But I had to really drag myself to the graduation, which is not me. I like a good party. But we went, and it was wonderful to see the kids. I didn't have an opportunity to talk to anybody about, the future, because they were too busy playing games. And I was too busy being an old lady, sitting in a chair, too tired to go play games. But, so I think yesterday I might have slept, oh gosh, I don't know, I can't be 24 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours. It's crazy. So this morning I woke up stiff, of course, because no old lady can lay in the bed for 18 hours and not be stiff. Uh, but I feel like I'm finally awake. I felt like I was sleepwalking. Now, I bring this up not to just make you feel bad for me or any of that, because God knows, don't do that. Michael read that there was a giant solar flare, I think it was. I think like a day or two ago, and I think it finally reached us. And I think, and I do notice that when there's a lot of sun activity, I feel it in my body, especially in my joints. So if any of you have had that experience over the last couple of days, you're not alone. I'm not one to really complain. And I just wanted you to know, if you're feeling it too, you're not alone. All right, guys, keep your eyes peeled for moon shadows. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. For the client I have today, I will be sending out the link for your reading so we can meet up on Zoom. Just in case you're listening, I want you to know that it's coming. It's on its way. All right, guys, take care, everyone. Namaste.